Namaste again. Welcome for this third progressive session, that is intermediate yoga abhyas. So as usual, we'll start with our yoga prayer, sitting comfortable and straight, eyes gently closed, hands in Prarthana Mudra, Namaskar Mudra, prayer position. Breathe in. Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly release your hands and you can open your eyes. So in this intermediate session, we are going little further simple to complex. So again we have Swarup with us, lying down on the back in a supine position. Directly coming to the starting position, keeping legs together, hands close to the hips, palms facing down. In the previous session, we practiced Ardha Halasana with one leg. Now we are going to practice Ardha Halasana with both legs. So slowly lifting your both legs up to 30 degrees, keeping your knees straight, neck, shoulders, hands relaxed. Breathing continue. Then slowly reach up to 45 degrees without jerk. Now try for 60 degrees and then 90 degrees. Ideally it is 90 degrees, but in the beginning you may not be able to reach up to 90 degrees. But to reach up to 90 degrees, don't press your hands on the ground or don't swing your legs directly. You should proceed step by step. Breathing continue. Here it is creating more pressure on the abdominal region. So because of that pressure, all the internal organs of the abdominal region are getting stimulated. Slowly, step by step, in a reverse order, come back. So this asana, Ardha Halasana with both legs, is very good for digestive disorders. It improves your digestive capacity. Good for diabetes because it is stimulating your kidney and pancreatic functions also. After coming back, keep your legs together as it is. And now we will proceed for Pavan Muktasana. In the previous session, we done Ardha Pavan Muktasana with one leg. Now Pavan Muktasana with both legs. So bending at your both knees. Then take your knees close to the chest and hug your knees, making a finger lock. With the support of your hands, taking your knees to the chest, pressing thighs on the abdomen, and then slowly with exhale lifting your upper body. It's the upper thoracic flexion. So lifting your head, neck, shoulders and upper back also, not only head. In this position, maximum body weight will come on the lower back, not on the middle back. So this is Pavan Muktasana. Very good for digestive disorders, improves your digestive capacity, very good for gases problem and diabetes management. After maintaining for 12 to 15 seconds, you can come back slowly. Keep your knees close to the chest as it is. In progression, we are proceeding further for twisting, that is Merudanda Abhyas. Keeping your knees close to the chest as it is. Spread your hands at the shoulder level by the sides, palms facing down. Keeping knees, heels, toes together and keeping knees close to you. Slowly twisting your lower body to the left and face to the right. So this is one variation of Merudanda Abhyas. In last session, we done Merudanda Abhyas bending one leg only. Now this is bending both legs. There are different variations. But those who are having severe spinal problems, please don't practice this one. You can practice the simple bending with one leg only. Slowly come back and then try with the other side. In the final position, your knee over the knee, foot over the foot, that is important. And try to take your knees close to the armpit, as close as possible, and heels close to the hips. Breathing continue. Shoulder, hand remains on the ground. Opposite shoulder should be on the ground. Very good for diabetes management and digestive disorders. Slowly come back, come in center. Then release your legs and release your hands. Take rest in Shavasana for few seconds. As I told you, practicing asana is important, but in between taking rest is also very important, so that your body will get ready for the next practices and you won't feel tiredness. After relaxation, very slowly taking a left side turn, come in a prone lying position on the abdomen. The starting position in the prone lying is legs together, toes pointed back, forehead on the ground and hands straight close to the hips. Now we'll proceed for Shalabhasana, in which closing the fist, place your fist below the thighs. Keep your hands active. Your buttocks, back thighs, front thighs, everything will remain active. Keeping knees straight together, slowly lift your both legs. That is Shalabhasana. Keeping your chin on the ground, open your chin on the ground instead of forehead. Locust pose, Shalabhasana. It is very good to strengthen your back muscles, especially lower back muscles and spinal muscles. Your glutes, hamstrings are also getting contracted to lift your legs properly, and it is opening your hip flexors. Slowly come down. After coming down, again forehead on the ground as it is. Now place your palms by the sides of your chest. Elbows are pointed up. Elbows will remain close to the body. And then very slowly start to lift your upper body. Slowly lift your head, face, chin, shoulders, chest, abdominal region till the belly button with the minimum support of your hands or without support of your hands. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. But in case of spinal problems, severe back pain, heart problems, high blood pressure, severe hypertension, in that case you will practice this with the support of your hands. Take a full support of your hands in certain conditions, or take practice in a simple way that we have practiced in the last session, taking support of the elbows on the ground. This Bhujangasana is also very good for gases problem, good for digestive disorders and good for diabetes management. Come back slowly. Now relax in Makarasana, in which your legs are 2.5 feet to 3 feet away from each other, toes pointed out, heels inside, toes outside, and then crossing your hands, resting your forehead on your hands. This is relaxative pose, Makarasana. Those who are having spinal problems, for them Makarasana is very good position for the relaxation. In this position, the natural curvature of your vertebral column is maintained automatically, naturally. After taking rest, now we'll proceed further for Marjarasana, cat pose, in which you are coming on your all fours, on your hands and knees. So ideally your palms will be exactly below the shoulder joints and knees will be exactly below the hip joints. We practiced this Marjarasana in a simple way, only stretching, giving the stretch backward and forward stretch to the spine. Now with the same way we are giving backward and forward stretch to the spine, but it is little challenging because you are stretching one leg back. Now very slowly with inhale, pressing your spine down, head up, look up in front and back down, shoot the tailbone out. Now maintain here with the normal breathing and stretch your right leg back straight, and then keeping your knee straight, lift it as much as you can, opening the hip flexor without bending the knee. Imagine somebody is pulling your leg behind you. Now as a counterbalance, slowly with exhale, lifting your spine up, head down, and take your knee and head close to each other without touching your foot on the ground ideally, but in the beginning it will be difficult. In that case you can touch your toes on the ground, but ideally your toes are away from the ground. Again breathing continue here, maintain for some time. Release, resting your right knee on the ground, and with long and controlled inhale, go in the backward stretch, pressing your spine down, head up, look up in front, shoot the tailbone out, and then stretch your left leg back straight in the body line and lift it at maximum. Breathing continue here, maintain for some time. So this is little challenging because you need to maintain the body-mind coordination. Now slowly with exhale, spine up, head down, and then take your knee and forehead close to each other. Breathing continue. This is one of the variation of Marjarasana. Release, knee on the ground, come to the normal position and then sit back on your heels in Vajrasana. Sitting in Vajrasana as it is, keeping your big toes together, now part your knees as much as you can. Ideally, if possible, you are supposed to sit on the ground between your heels, but keeping your big toes together, touching each other, but not crossing the toes. And then from here, hands are by the sides of the body first. We are going for Uttan Mandukasana. Manduka means a frog. So stretched frog pose, in which you are circling your hands towards the ceiling, stretching them overhead, palms facing in front. Then bend at your right elbow, placing your right palm on the left scapula, and then bending at your left elbow, placing your left palm on the right scapula. So crossing your forearms behind the head and taking your elbows close to each other, as close as possible. It opens your chest completely. It opens the rib cage, expands the rib cage, so improves your lungs capacity. Then it is very good for cervical problems, shoulder pain, cervical pain. For them it is good, and it gives traction to the spine also. This is Uttan Mandukasana. Slowly, one by one, stretch your hands overhead and interchange them. You took your right hand first, now take your left hand first and then right hand. Again maintain for some time. Face should remain in front, do not drop your face down. Looking at the eye level, or you can close your eyes. Again, one by one, stretch your hands to the ceiling and then circle them down on the ground. Now again come in Vajrasana. From Vajrasan, we'll proceed further for one kneeling position, standing on the knees, that is Ushtrasana. Ushtra means a camel pose. So standing on the knees, coming in a kneeling position, then taking your knees and feet little apart so that your thighs will be parallel. Then stretch your hands towards the ceiling again. After stretching, now one by one you are taking your hands behind you and resting your palms on respective heels. Squeeze your buttocks and back thighs, push your hips in front so that you'll open your hip flexors more and more, and throw the head back. Give maximum extension to the spine and your neck. Your palms are resting on the heels, but body weight, maximum body weight should remain on your knees, not on the palms. So you keep pushing yourself in front. This is Ushtrasana, camel pose. Complete backward stretch. Slowly, one by one, stretch your hands towards the ceiling, come up, lengthen up. Then release your hands, sit in Vajrasana, and then one by one open your legs in front, come in Dandasana. Weight on the top of the sit bones, sit straight, face in front looking at the eye level. Now after backward stretch, as a counterbalance, we'll go for the forward stretch, that is known as Paschimottanasana. Pascha, posterior, Uttana, stretch. So posterior part of the body is getting stretched, that is why Paschimottanasana. Slowly, hands by the sides of the body, then circle your hands towards the ceiling, palms facing in front. Stretch yourself fully, and then first start to hinge from the hip thigh joint. Knees should remain together and straight, toes are pointed towards the ceiling, and then after hinging from the hip thigh joint, then start to bend from the lower back. Keep lengthening your spine as much as you can, and then holding your big toes with your hands, making a hook of the fingers, and then resting your elbows on the ground, and then resting your face over your feet, or your legs, not the feet. This is Paschimottanasana, because whole back side of the body, posterior side of the body, your calves, hamstrings, thighs, back muscles, especially lower back, neck, everything is getting stretched. Uttana, Paschimottanasana. More and more you become flexible, you will be completely flat on your legs. Slowly, with inhale again, come up, lengthen up, and then release your hands. Paschimottanasana is very good for digestive disorders, especially good for constipation. But as per the research done by Swamiji, this asana should not be practiced more than 2 minutes, should not be maintained more than 2 minutes. If you want to maintain it more than 2 minutes, then apply Uddiyana Bandh. Otherwise, you will get the constipation. So that is one research performed here in Kaivalyadham. Now after Paschimottanasana, you are supposed to come in standing position. See, there are so many different asanas, but we are practicing very few asanas one by one. So that is why as an intermediate level, we are practicing such asanas. Now we are going for Trikonasana, in which slowly take a distance in your legs around 2.5 feet to 3 feet away from each other. Not Trikonasana, we are proceeding for Konasana, side stretching. So feet parallel, then take your right hand from the right side at the shoulder level. Then turn your palm towards the ceiling. Then stretch it, circle it up, stretch it up towards the ceiling, and then slowly bend to your left side. In the beginning, we done it in the basic level, we done it side stretching as a side bending chakrasana. Now we are practicing konasana. Further development. Come back slowly. And in the same way, proceed from the other side. Remember, your face should remain in front as it is. There should not be twisting or tilting, or there should not be any rotation. Only side bending or side stretching. Slowly lengthen up, come up, and release. Now, after side stretching, we are going for the twisting. Stretch your hands at the shoulder level by the sides. Both hands. Keep your hands as it is parallel to the shoulders, parallel to the ground, and then twist yourself to the right side. Complete twisting. Both hands and shoulders will remain in one line all the time. Turn your face also. Look at your middle finger of the back hand. But don't turn your feet. Feet anchored down, knees are straight. Keep lengthening your spine. Come back slowly. Then to the other side. Derotate, come in center. Release your hands. Taking your legs together again. Now Kati Chakrasana backward stretch, in which you are placing your palms on your buttocks, elbows coming close to each other. Keep your knees straight, pulling the kneecaps, and then pushing your hips in front by pressing your palms on your buttocks, and then bend back. Throw the head back. Complete extension of the spine, opening at the hip flexors also. In case of severe spinal problems, neck problem or vertigo, or in case of heart problems, high blood pressure, please don't practice this. Come up. As a counterbalance after backward stretch, now forward stretch, that is Hasta Padasana or Padhastasana, in which stretch your both hands towards the ceiling overhead, palms facing in front, and then slowly bend forward. First hinge, come parallel to the ground, and then all the way bending down. If it is possible to rest your palms by the sides of your feet on the ground and touching your forehead in between your legs. Hasta, hands, pada, leg, Hasta Padasana, hands and legs are coming close to each other. Slowly lengthen up, come up. Release your hands and please come in sitting again. Sit in a comfortable position. If it is possible to sit in Padmasana or any meditative pose. Sarup is a practitioner, so he is able to perform Padmasana easily, but don't force yourself. Now sitting straight, comfortable, eyes gently closed, hands resting on your knees, and try to observe the changes and effects of those yoga practices before the practice, during the practice, and after the practice, overall changes and overall effects. Not only at the physical level, but try to observe the changes at the psychological level, emotional level. That experiential aspect is the actual spiritual aspect of asana. And in this way only, you will maintain the body-mind coordination and you will develop the body-mind coordination. Now, slowly, you are proceeding further for breathing practices. We are going to start with the Kapalabhati practice. In Kapalabhati, that is one of the Kriya, cleansing process out of Shat Karmas, in which your exhalation is active, inhalation is passive, and the stroke of the exhalation should be from the lower abdominal region. So, without giving any jerk to the shoulders or body, you are going to give the strokes. It's a rhythmic, without fluctuation, rhythmic strokes of Kapalabhati. So, please start 20 strokes. After 20 strokes, please stop. Observe the changes and effects of Kapalabhati, how your breathing process stops for some time immediately after Kapalabhati. So when your breathing will start at its own, after being comfortable, now proceed for second round of Kapalabhati. You can start 20 strokes again. Remember, there should not be any fluctuation in the strokes, equal volume in each stroke as per your speed and your capacity. No comparison, no competition. Again, observe the changes in your breathing pattern. Let the breathing become normal. Kapalabhati Kriya is very good to improve your blood circulation throughout the body, good for diabetes. But those who are having severe hypertension or heart problems, practice it slowly and carefully under the proper guidance of a proper yoga teacher. Whenever you have a normal breath, third round of Kapalabhati. Day by day, when you will become a regular practitioner, after the practice of few days, then you can increase the number of strokes and you can reach up to 100, 120, 150 strokes in one attempt. That will be easy for you. Again, observe the changes in your breathing pattern. Whenever you will have a normal breath, as it is, start to count the numbers during inhalation and during exhalation. And then you are going to change your breathing pattern. That means your exhalation time will be double than the inhalation time. That means if your inhalation is happening for 5 counts, then exhale for 10 counts. Exhale with control. Prolonged exhalation. So for 3 times, you will practice in this way. Sehaj pranayam, easy pranayam. And then in a progression, maintaining the same timing of the same round ratio, we will proceed further for Anulom Vilom Pranayam, in which you are going to inhale through the left nostril, counting the numbers in your mind. Then exhale through the right nostril for double time. Then inhale through the right nostril and then exhale through the left nostril for double time. So throat you will maintain the same round ratio. You can start now. Anulom Vilom Pranayam. It is balancing pranayam. Anulom Vilom. When you inhale through the left nostril, Chandra Nadi, cooling effect. Exhale through the right. Then you inhale through the right, Surya Nadi, heating effect. And exhaling through the left. So that is why it is balancing pranayam. It gives calmness to the mind, relaxation to the mind. Very good for mental stress, depression, anxiety, insomnia. We'll practice 5 rounds of this Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Very slow, controlled, silent inhale and controlled and silent exhale without force. There should not be any rushing sound of the air during inhalation or exhalation through the nostrils. Only in case of common cold, allergic cold, if you have nostril blockage, then only the rushing sound of the air may come. To close the nostrils, close it exactly below the nose bone. Don't close your nostrils forcefully at the tip of the nostril, but close them at the nose bone, below the nose bone. Using your right hand for pranayam is recommended in the tradition, and folding your index and middle finger and then using your thumb to close your right nostril and using your ring and little finger to close your left nostril. That is also recommended in the tradition. After finishing 5 rounds, eyes remain closed. Take a normal breath for some time. And then proceed for Brahmari Pranayam 5 rounds, in which you'll inhale through both nostrils and then with exhalation through both nostrils, exhale with the humming sound of a honeybee. As per your speed and your capacity, no comparison. So slowly inhale. Inhale and continue 4 more rounds. This Brahmari Pranayam is the best pranayam for mental stress, depression, anxiety, insomnia, sleeplessness, headache, migraine, because stress is the root cause of all the problems, and Brahmari Pranayam is directly affecting on the stress. Very, very effective, very good for high blood pressure and heart problems. It gives immediate relaxation. And wherever you pay the attention, you will feel the vibrations of the humming sound throughout the body. And usually mostly you will feel the vibrations, maximum vibrations in your thoracic region, in your chest and your face. Whole nervous system is getting stimulated by practicing this Brahmari pranayam. So good for neural disorders also. Now after finishing 5 rounds of Brahmari pranayam with closed eyes as it is, observe the silence around you and within you. Feel the positive energy, feel the positive vibrations. And let us enter in the practice of meditation.
Welcome to Heartfulness Meditation. Please approach this meditation with an attitude of openness to fresh experience. Heartfulness meditation is aided by a very subtle transformative energy called pranahuti or transmission. Choose a place where you can meditate without being distracted. Turn off your phone or any device that may disturb you. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. You can sit cross-legged or in a chair. Let your hands rest in your lap, loosely clasped. Let your eyes be closed gently. Let your back be upright, but not rigid. Feel free to change your posture during meditation if you feel uncomfortable. We will begin with the simple practice of heartfulness relaxation. Once you feel relaxed, you will be guided into the heartfulness meditation. We will all meditate together in silence, so we may feel the peace that surfaces when we turn our attention inward and dive deep into our hearts. Through the heart, we find unity. Through the heart, we create a feeling of well-being. First, relax. Close your eyes very gently, very softly. We will begin with our toes. Move your toes. Relax them. Imagine the soothing, healing energy from the earth moving up into your feet, slowly relaxing them. Feel it relax your toes, the soles of your feet, your ankles. As this energy moves upwards, relax your calves, relax your knees. Feel it relax each and every muscle in your thighs deeply. Feel both your legs becoming totally relaxed. Relax your stomach, your waist, your hips. Let go of any tension or stress you may be holding there. And relax. Allow your back to soften. From your tailbone to your shoulders, feel your entire back relaxing. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Let this healing energy from the earth Melt away any tension or stress you may be holding on your shoulders. Feel your shoulders melt away and relax. As this energy moves down your arms, relax them. Feel it relax your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands. Let the energy flow out of your fingertips, leaving both your arms deeply relaxed. Relax all the muscles in your neck. Bring your awareness to your face and relax it. Feel the healing energy from the earth. Relax your jaws, your mouth, your lips. Feel your ears relax. Breathe normally. Relax your nose. Keep your eyes softly closed. Relax them. Relax your forehead. Feel all the tension, stress and anxiety there simply melt away. As this healing energy from the earth moves further upwards, relax your entire head all the way to the base of your skull. Feel now how your whole body is totally relaxed. Take a moment, scan your system from top to toe, and if there is any part of your body that is still tense, painful, or unwell, feel it being immersed in the healing energy of the earth for a little while longer. When you're ready, move your attention to your heart. Rest there for a little while. Feel immersed in the love and light in your heart. Now, we will meditate together. Make a suggestion that the source of divine light that is already present inside your heart is attracting your attention towards it. Gently relax into that feeling. Let it be a very light suggestion, without force or concentration. If you find your awareness drifting to other thoughts, do not fight them, but also do not entertain them. Let them be like clouds passing in the sky. Gently remind yourself that you're meditating on the source of divine light in your heart. Be open and receptive to the transmission that will be flowing into you. Allow your awareness to melt into your heart. Remain absorbed within your heart until you hear the meditation has ended. Please start meditation. That's all. Keep your eyes closed for a little while longer and tune in to how you feel. Absorb all the peace that you have experienced. Now, imagine that this peace is expanding outward to everyone, uniting everything around you, and is encircling the world. When you open your eyes, take the time to enjoy the experience. You can write your experience in a journal. It will help you to develop awareness and observation. We thank you for expanding this feeling of peace, unity, and well-being around the world.